joining me. Copper here with Dripping Hearts Yoga. If you're here, then you have heard the call to come back into balance, to come back into soul resonance, to activate your higher self, and to allow the lower aspects just to be. Whatever is in the past, just allow it to be. That's old energy. It's not the way things are going to be done anymore. We are shifting into a new way of being. And so listen to the subtleties here that come in during this session, this time. And just come into your body, come into your breath, and invite in that still, soft voice of your soul, of your higher self, of your spirit, of the most high resonance. And yeah, so let's start out with a grounding meditation here. Just coming to your heart space, drawing in your attention here. Just welcoming in all of your fragments, all of your essence, all of your power, all of your being. Inviting all of this back involves the conversations that we've had, just inviting back that energy from the people that we've shared with, that we've conversed with, that we've had ideas with, that we've been working with, just allowing your energy to come back and just allow that energy, that power to land at your heart. Allowing all of the thoughts from your hopes and your dreams and the future and everything, and also the past, just to come into this here and now. And just let that land at your heart and just notice what that feels like in this space. Notice what that feels like in your heart. And just allow that to nourish your heart and to remind you of what and who you are. And then drop your attention down your spine, down your legs, and out the pads of your feet. Just welcoming in the frequency of Gaia to come up and to draw you deeply into her. Allowing you to connect with your higher 5D self, with the higher healing qualities of your being, with the flow state. As you go deeply into the earth, allow the inner waters to surround you. Allow their essence to nourish you and to soothe your emotional body, your physical body, your mental body. And just be surrounded by this diamond white glow, this light that emanates from the center of the earth and that is a part of the Christ grid. Allowing this light to surround you in all directions, holding you, reminding you of everything that you are. Drawing in the I am presence of this here and now. Allowing your body to be rejuvenated with this light. Drawing this light back up through the pads of your feet. Welcoming in this clarity, this nourishment, and this remembrance of perfect health and harmony. Allowing this light to come up your spine, igniting your major chakras, wrapping around your heart space, igniting this place, coming up to your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And just come right above your crown with your awareness, drawing in awareness to the 8th chakra, which is directly connected to Source, to our higher. And just allow the downloads to come with grace and ease. Allow the higher resonance of our guides to come in gently and easily. And then just come to your breath. Come back to your heart space. Exhale fully. And then inhale. Allowing the spine to elongate, allowing the breath to guide. Come to your mat. Intentionally bring your palms together through third eye and heart center. Come to this ground, come to this place, this space. Allow all of you in this moment to be here and now. Tuck your tailbone Energetically notice your body. Notice what it's like. Allow your fingertips to really ignite towards the earth. And then inhale your arms up high. Palms together, come through third eye. And forward fold. Allowing your upper body to be heavy and to hang. Find play here. Find the space here. Elongate your spine. Really find that tug from the crown of your head. Interlace your fingers again, forward fold. Allow your upper body to be heavy. Just allow your arms behind you to further propel you deeper into this. Inhale, rise up again. Long, straight spine. And then exhale again, interlacing your fingers at the base. Inhale again. Bending the right knee, straightening the left, and then do a little twist here. So you're bringing your right elbow into the inside of your right knee. And you're sweeping your left arm up high, elongated by your ear. Just allow, and then forward fold. Just allow yourself to really feel and to sense what is needed here. Bend your left knee, straighten your right, and then do another little twist over to the left. Reaching up high in your right arm. Your left elbow is on the inside of your left knee. And then straighten that back out. Forward fold. Shake it out. Shake it out. And then roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Allowing your body to just really feel the energetic charge here, the shift, and the rise of your energy up high. Allow your spine to be long. Allow your arms to open up your heart space. And then inhale your palms together through third eye and heart center. Lift up through the left knee, ground down through the right foot. And then elongate that left leg. Really activate it by flexing your left foot. And then come back into warrior three. Interlace your fingers at the base of the spine. And then allow your arms to further propel you deeper into this. Lifting up through your left inner thigh. Bend into your right leg, to your right knee. And really find the extra opening in the space that wants to happen. Inhale back up to warrior one alignment. Hands up. Hips are square towards the front of the mat. Left hip is really energetically pulling towards the front of the mat. And then just gentle back bend, arch here, allowing your heart to be up and lifted. Frame that right foot with your hands, and then sweep that right foot up and back. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. I warmed up a little bit here already, so I would advise you to tune in where necessary and warm up where you need to before putting yourself in any pose that might be a little bit too stressful for you before you warm up. Just tune in. Come into downward facing dog, lifting your hips up high. Find that tug in the base of your spine to further elongate your spine. Jump, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Come up straight spine and then forward fold. Finding again a little bit more length, a little bit more breath in your spine, and then roll up again, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to the high stance. Palms together over third eye, heart center, and then tuck your tailbone again. Inhale again, your arms up high. And then come back to center. This is life. It's metaphoric for life. Inhale, rise in your right knee. And then flex your foot out in front of you. Lifting up into warrior three. Lift up through your inner right thigh. Interlace your fingers at the base of the spine and just allow the elongation to happen as you feel that invisible cord tugging you from your crown. And then step your right foot to the back of the mat. Just play with your hands here, play with your arms, play with the energy and what really wants to happen. Come into warrior one alignment. Bend into that left knee just a little bit more. Really sink into this and feel what is available where the breath wants to go. Find the center. Beautiful. Again, palms together through third eye. And then just clear it out with a vinyasa. 3-legged chaturanga. Inhale. Full inhale, upward facing dog. Allowing your gaze to lift. And then come down into strong plank and downward facing dog. Bending one knee and the other. Just bounce here into your heels, allowing your hips to be up super high. Bending one knee at a time and just feel what wants to open in the left and the right hip. And then bend your knees ever so slightly and then roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Yeah, and then come back down in a downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up and then that knee. Bring it intentionally towards the chest and then place the front of the mat. Ground down evenly through the right and the left foot. Inhale up, hands ignited towards the sky. Fingers are really active. And then come into warrior two with the left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Sink into that right knee just a little bit more. Really draw on your breath here. And then reverse this warrior. Forearm to the base of the spine. Inhale up. And really find the opening in the front side of your body. Bring your right arm to cradle your scalp. And then bring your right arm to the knee. And then inhale the left arm up high. Elongate it by your ear and just find the flow. Find what wants to be felt here. Find where the breath wants to go. Just find maybe a circular motion in that arm. And then frame your foot with your right and your left hand. And then inhale your left leg up. Chaturanga, elbows in towards midline. And then upward facing dog. Again, chaturanga and downward facing dog. Lifting up high in your hips. Find the play. Find what expression wants to be really, really heard in your body. And then bring your left leg up and then the left knee towards your chest. Place your left foot in between your hands. Bring your stance to a high lunge. Bend into that left knee just a little bit. Bring your arms up high. Your fingertips are ignited towards the sky. Sink into this left knee just a little bit more. Just stay with your breath. And now rotate your right foot parallel to the back of your mat and then place your left elbow onto your left knee. Bring your right arm up high and play with it. Elongate it by your ear, bend into that knee a little bit more. Sweep it down and up, and just see what feels good here. The left and the right side of our bodies are different. Sometimes we need a little bit more time on one side or the other, depending on the day, depending on the energy. Just be gracious with yourself. Inhale that left foot up and sweep it out. Come into 3-legged downward facing dog, chaturanga, and upward facing dog. Come into strong plank. Come onto the tops of your toes here. Like you're coming down into like chaturanga, upward facing dog, but instead you're just kind of playing with the tops of your feet, feeling where your feet want to open up. So you're not coming all the way into downward facing dog. You're just kind of like rolling up onto the tops of your toes. And you're allowing your feet to open up in a very authentic way. It's fun. And then inhale back. Once you get done with that play, just inhale back into downward facing dog. Hips are up high. Shake it out. Vibrate into your knees. Lift your heels in micro movements up and down to allow the space. And then come onto the left side, side plank. Inhale that right arm up high. And move that arm. Allow the opening to just be. And then come onto the other side. Onto the right hand, the right arm. And then inhale that left arm up high and just sweep it in and down and around. Find the space. Stay with your breath. Strong side plank, and now come down intentionally to the center of your mat and just roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Strong plank. Pause here. Find that strength. Find that passive strength. Bend into your knees just a little bit. Just allow yourself to be super supported here in this plank on all four corners of your being. And then inhale up, allowing your gaze to lift high, allowing your heart to express. And then roll your neck out a little bit. See what wants to happen here. Nice. And then roll around to the right. Inhale back and roll around to the left. Inhale back. And now come down onto your knees in a chaturanga, and then inhale, downward facing dog. Hips are up high. High, high, high. Feel that invisible cord just pull you up. Inhale the right leg up, and then right knee to nose, place to the front of the mat in between your hands. Your left foot comes parallel to the back of the mat. And then take your right hand on the inside of your right foot, and then inhale your left arm up high. Find that opening in that space in your heart, and then drop your right palm up and onto the outside of the right side of the mat. And find what play here wants to be created. Really find the movement in your fingers, find the opening in your wrist. Create circular movements with your arm if that feels good. Nice. Curiosity is our best friend. The more open we can stay and curious as to what our body is calling for in this very moment, the more we can expand. And now reverse this warrior by bringing your left forearm to the base of your spine. Your right is up high. Find that space in your front body, and then frame that right foot with your hands, and then inhale that left foot in and then sweep it out. And then now three-legged downward facing dog, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Strong plank, chaturanga, and downward facing dog. Come into this resting pose, the strong resting pose. Allow your shoulders to just wrap down and around your rib cage. And then really play with this here, sweeping your hips to one side and the other. Find movement and mobility in your spine, and again, your find upper the space, body. Find the place. And really allow your upper body to propel your hips and then lift into the opening through your left leg here. Really play with this, come down to plank, and then come back up, bending the right side of the mat. One at a time. When you come down, rolling out your hips, your right knee, and then lift up your left leg. Bring your left knee to chest, intentionally place that knee towards the chest, finding that, and then bring your left arm down onto the inside of the left foot. The left leg and inhale the right arm up high. To your right elbow to your left. And just roll into those and sweep it back. Wrists, into that right wrist. To your right. And find the mobility here. Creating circles. Sweep your arm up and down. Just really feeling into this. Feeling what wants to be open. To the right. Breathing. To the left. Really engage your core here as you come up. Yum, yum. Just drink it up. Inhale, open. Soften. Enjoy it. And then again. Inhale your right arm up. Down to the mat. Bringing your shin down. Stay curious. Your leg. Stay curious. Left leg down to the mat into pigeon. Lifting up that through the crown of your head. Hands. Bring your gaze back. Drop your head back. That left leg up. Three-legged. Yeah, nice. Sweep that left leg roll up. Roll out your neck. Play with handstand here. Left to the right. Nice. Just find what wants to happen here in your balance. And now come down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Notice what feels good. Play with your feet again. Bring your breath in here. Come on into upward facing dog. Roll over your toes. And then come back into full expression of upward facing dog. Allow your breath to be your guide. Again, strong chaturanga and downward facing dog. And then come back up. Shoulders are wrapping down and around your ribcage. And then clear it out. Chaturanga. Your attention is in towards the midline. Center of your body, really coming into the breath, allowing the downward facing dog to really reset you. Allowing your hips to be up high. Bring your right leg up. And then your left knee. Bring your right knee to nose. Really intentionally bring it towards the front of the mat.
In the circles.
Straighten that right leg.
Nice.
Come into
Play
triangle on
around with
the right
this.
side.
Stay curious.
Bring your
be
right
creative.
arm to your shin.
I'm really
your
feeling
left arm up
into
high.
my left and right side here, just playing around.
Again,
with
play
what
here.
Feels
Finding
good.
that
Bring
opening
that right
in
leg
the left
up,
hip.
drop
Really
that
energetically push that hip
right
towards the back of the
foot onto
mat.
the outside of the left side of the mat, and then bring your knee
Really
towards the
open up
chest.
that side
really
body.
Engage your core here.
And then bring it
Open
up,
that
drop it,
palm.
open your hip, and then down
that
again.
Palm, that arm.
And then drop it, open
on the outside of the
come
right
down
side.
again. And then inhale.
You're right with
through your left leg. Sweeping your left leg
elbow
down, but
to
do
right
not
elbow.
touch your foot
Inhale
to
up.
the ground.
Drop it.
Leave that up.
Open.
And then sweep it down again. And then warrior three
Circle
alignment.
it around to the left, to
Inhale,
the right.
come up. See, I lose my
Inhale, back
balance
up.
too. It happens. You can do this for days and still lose your balance.
Right to the left.
And then come back up into warrior one alignment.
Right to the right.
Just energetically bring that foot, that left hip forward, and then palms come together through third eye, heart
down.
center.
Your right
and again,
leg,
sweep up high,
shin
intentionally
onto the mat.
Really
coming into
coming down again, sweeping that out.
And then lift up through your crown.
Chaturanga.
Elongate your spine.
Inhale, upward facing
your
dog.
fingers if that helps.
Exhale, strong chaturanga and downward facing dog. Find integrity in these poses and these
really
movements.
just find your breath here.
Inhale, left leg up, left knee to nose.
Roll out your neck.
Strength, integrity.
Right to the left.
And then bring that right foot.
Find the opening. Find the space.
Yeah. Sweep it through, but don't touch the ground.
Nice.
Really play with your core here. Your core value is so important.
Listen to your body.
Really find that integrity in your Mula Bandha.
What wants to happen here?
That is absolutely the center of all of these poses. Anything that's not like a twisting pose.
To really rest into this.
It's the thing. Come back up into high lunge and then
hip.
come back up into warrior three. Lifting up from your right inner thigh and then place that foot down again.
Come to your breath.
And then come back
just
into warrior one.
Be here and now.
Nice. Bring that right hip towards the front of the mat. Palms together through third eye, heart center.
To really be full.
And then sweep it out. Inhale.
And engaged.
Downward facing dog. Inhale, upward facing dog.
Now come back up and sweep it out.
Chaturanga, strong chaturanga.
Three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Again. Chaturanga, strong plank, and downward facing dog. Come onto your forearms here, and we're going to prepare for headstand. Just allow your hips to be up high. Prepare yourself to come into alignment. Taking your head in your hands, and then bring your legs up. Split your legs. Notice what that feels like. Really play with this. Widening your stance here. Bending your knee towards your chest. Other knee. Really breathe into this. Allowing your body to be strong and intentional in these movements. And as you come down, you're going to really you're going to tuck your pelvis towards the mat. So you're tucking your pelvis and you're bringing your foot down, opposite foot. You're just alternating legs here. And then you're going to bring your foot down, your toes down to the mat just ever so slightly. And then bring it up, dip down, inhale back up. Split this and then dip down in your toes. Not all the way, just enough to engage your core. And really activate. Nice. Come down closer to the mat every time with your toes. Notice what that feels like. And then back up. Again, split and come down. Into dolphin on your forearms. Your hips are up high. And then come into seed. That's what I like to call it. Come onto your knees. Bend over to the right, to the left, opening up your side bodies. Coming onto your forearm as you come over to the left side. Inhale that right arm up high and elongate by your ear, and then sweep it down and around, creating like a dance. Over to the left. It down and around, over to the right. Inhale up in your right arm. Elongate by your earlobe. and sweep it down in front of your body, and then come onto your right. Inhale that left arm up, find your side body straight in front of you. Other side, elongate your right arm by your ear, finding space in both sides of the bodies. And just continue to dance here, to the left, to the right, really finding space in the left inside body. And then again, come up, gentle back bend arch. Bring your forearms, your hands to your lower back. And again, come into camel. Just slowly going into this. Inhale. Really find that opening in your heart space and your front body. Breathing into this. And come out of this in a downward facing dog. Allowing your shoulders to be down, and then take opposite arm to ankle. So you're taking your right arm to the left ankle, right arm, left arm to the right ankle, and then back to center. And then roll up. Come to plank. And to the left side, inhale the right arm up high. And just roll out your wrist here. Inhale up. Roll out the wrist. Elongate. And then take your leg behind you in this bind with your right arm. Take your right foot. Find the opening in that front body. Just breathe into this. And come back to center. Downward facing dog. And then bring your foot up and then sweep it out onto the right side of the mat. Taking your hips low, again high. Swinging down, find the authentic movement here. Inhale up, down, inhale up, sweep it around. And three-legged downward facing dog. Chaturanga and upward facing dog. Chaturanga and downward facing dog. Just roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling over to the other side of the body, finding space. Just roll out your arm. Create circular movements here. This really brings in and charges the space, this energy. And take your foot behind you and find a bind. See where that feels good. Just opening up, staying with your breath, and then really elongating through your crown. And then come down to the mat. Foot sweeps through to the other side of the mat, to the right side. Inhale up, offer your heart, and sweep down. Inhale up, bringing your tail towards the mat. Sweep down. Inhale up and down. Finding really what feels good. Staying curious. Nice. And chaturanga, chin stand. Come onto your chin, really brace yourself with your hands, and then just float your upper body right above you. See what that feels like, and then drop it and come up to upward facing dog. And rolling your neck out here. Inhale, upward facing dog. And dripping hearts. Just allowing your heart to melt. And just find where, when you come onto all fours, just find where your body wants to go. I'm just kind of creating circular-like motions with my whole upper body and with my neck, just rolling around my head. Just take note of what this feels like. Play. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and child's pose. Just allow all of you to come back to you again, feeling what your soul really wants to tell you here. Feeling your energy fully at home, fully embodied. And feel free to finish this with any poses that feel good. Finish it with a Savasana. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself, for spending this time with me. Namaste.